Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Kottabos Space Program. Now today, I'm pretty nervous about today's mission actually, because we're gonna do something we haven't tried before so far. Now, as you can see, we're doing pretty well with the moon here still. We have our orbital station still up there, and our two Mooner laboratories at the Arch. Now, with all the things that happened with the mobile Mooner laboratory in the previous two episodes, I have actually been going back to the drawing board on a lander design, and I've been playing around with this, with Jebediah keeping them safe on the ground right now. And let's actually time accelerate so that we can get to daytime so you can see this a bit better. Though we can turn on the lights so you can see those now, at least. Come on. Time acceleration, here you go. Alright. Okay, there we go. Oh, the electrical charge died out. Okay, so keeping on the lights for all that time, a bad thing. But yes, we have a interesting little design of a new rover here. Yes, I was playing around with trying to test out the landing system on this earlier, which didn't work out so well because here on Kerbin, the couple of engines I have here don't really give it enough lift. Now, I think on the moon, these engines would provide enough power to land it, but it may not, who knows. Alright, we're still getting no energy flow. Let's let the sun come up a little bit more. Come on. Where's that glorious sun? There we go, and turn the lights off. Alright, so yes, we have this new design. We've got the spotlight in the front for the driver, and these ones on the side. Solar panels up on the roof, and a much wider wheelbase, and this time only 4 wheels. And to hopefully make the landings a bit more soft, we have these smaller landing legs, which if we lift those up, does give it a bit of extra ground clearance, and I'm hoping that should take basically the stress off of any semi-hard landing on the surface of the moon. And if these break off in the process, I don't really care too much. Oh yeah, let's lower it back down there. Of course, our ladder so our guys can get in and out. And if we go inside, whoops, that's not the camera I wanted. There we are. Jebediah's seat right here, so we can easily control this thing. Are we moving? I can't actually tell if we're moving. Alright, let's go back outside. We are not moving. Oh, yeah, the brake's on. That would generally help. But yeah, with the wider wheelbase as well as the lower center of gravity, this thing is much more stable on 4 wheels than the previous rover was with 8. So I'm pretty excited about this new rover, and I can't wait to eventually launch it up somewhere. But that is not what we are going to be doing today. Let's actually head back to the Space Center. What we are going to be doing is, if we come in here to the VAB, we're going to be launching a mission to Minmus. There we go, my Minmus Research Project craft. Now, this is identical, more or less, to our Mooner Research Project, the first mission we sent to the moon with the wonderful launch stage, and this upper semi-satellite stage to provide us with an orbital lab around Minmus. But then, rather than a manned lander that we did with Jebediah on this mission, we're going to try a probe. So I've built this little thing on top here. Really basic, small probe. It's got a little bit of scientific equipment, some solar panels, some antennae, whatever you want to say, and a much smaller engine. I've never used one of these little LV1 engines before, so I honestly have no idea how well this little thing is going to work. But I know Minmus is a much smaller celestial body, so I'm hoping that it will be good enough. But I have no idea. I have never gone to Minmus before. For those of you who have been watching me since I started with this series, you'll know that I did used to play Kottabos Space Program pretty much when it first released. The only celestial body I've ever visited when I used to play it was the moon, because that's all that existed at the time. So, all the other planets and moons that the game has now, I haven't touched any of them. So I'm really excited to try and go for Minmus today. I'm probably going to have things go horribly, horribly wrong. Oh yes, I need to move that. That should be a proper order, I hope. So let's just go straight to the launch pad and check out who we have for a crew to go to Minmus. Okay, it looks like we have Hensby and Rodwig Kerbin for this flight. So that should be interesting. I don't think I've had them before. Well, if I wouldn't, there's supposed to be a big list of them, but it does appear that some of the names do repeat. But let's hope that these guys are a good crew. So let's throttle up and SAS on and send Hensby and Rodwig, there's the right word or name. Man, I'm not talking well tonight. But yes, let's send them to Minmus in 3, 2, 1, and lift off. Now as always, a good start for this heavy launcher design. I've been very pleased with this design, as you've probably been able to tell by all the times that we have used it for various launches. I'm very proud of this. It's the first time I've ever made a successful heavy launch vehicle in this game, and so I keep using it. Slight modifications here and there, like the additional struts to take out the wobbling that we used to get. And also I've played around with fuel line placement and things like that to get it to a far more stable craft than it was when we first built it, but nonetheless, still working just as well as always. Which is why I am hopeful for using it on this Minmus trip, though, ooh, we're getting some roll. Ooh, I don't like that roll. Okay, let's try and take that out. Okay. Whoop, nope, don't go back the other way. Oh, God, okay. And let's release that. Ooh. And we're really spinning now. Okay. Come on. There we go. Alright. Let's try and... I don't know why it's rolling so much this time. But we appear to have solved our rolling issue now. We're flying straight again, which is good. I don't know why it rolled. I have had the occasional rolling issue with this design. I think it is because of the wobbling. What was that? I heard something go crack. Oh man, this may be a doomed mission. Oh God, I hope not. Alright, there is the 100 mark. Let's go up here. Ooh, a nice wide arch there. I like that. And that is way too big. Whoop, nope, wrong way. Let's do that. What does that bring us to? 100. Okay, that should be good. Let's get ourselves into position, turn off the SAS, and turn on our RCS and move ourselves down. Okay. There we go. Now somehow, as always, I'm not believing that that is just going to be a 30-second burn. I don't know why, but I just never believe that. It does appear to be accurate sometimes, but others, not so much. So, I don't know, I may start burning... if it is 30 seconds, I normally would burn about 15, 20. I may start burning at T-minus 30 seconds. I think that would actually probably be a good, safe bet, because that may not get us all the way there, and we may have to pull out this engine in the next stage. So, yeah, whoop, I didn't actually mean to throttle up just then. And see, look at it, it's now at 2 seconds of a burn. That's not correct at all. So, yeah, let's get this thing going, and 4, 3, 2, 1, and alright, there we go. Oh yeah, this isn't gonna get us the whole way there. Though, actually that 30-second one, nah, because we're gonna run. If we had enough fuel in that stage, yeah, it probably would have done just the 30 seconds, but we don't have enough fuel for that, so let's break into our, whoa, wobbly. Let's break into our other engine. Though this is quite nice that it did get us all the way to this point in the burn before we did have to pull out these small engines, so I am quite happy about that. As we're going a long way to make it all the way to Minmus, and I always worry about fuel even when it's a short mission, so going all the way to Minmus, I worry even more about fuel consumption. Whoop, and there we go. That's good enough. Not quite as nice as I was hoping, but it worked. Alright, let's take out that node. And yeah, if I remember, yeah, the Minmus is on a wonky orbit. So, oof. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to take a lot of time fiddling around with my orbit on this to align my planes with it. Let's... Oh, yeah, that's not going to be fun. I wonder, let's just pop a maneuver node here. And just burn straight out. Whoa, hello. Oh, wow, that actually would give us a rendezvous with Minmus. Ooh, 1 million apoapsis, or 700,000. Oh, man, we might be able to get a encounter without having to adjust my orbital angle. That would be very nice indeed. Oh, man, 1 million again. Yeah, I don't know how well that actually is going to do. Yeah, the closest I appear to be able to get it is a few 100,000 meters of a periapsis for Minmus. So that may not be a good option after all. Oh, yep, it's going up again. Yeah, that's quite interesting, though. I kind of like that we could do that if we so desired. The when would we actually have to burn for that? So we'd have to do another orbit around. But yeah, I'm gonna mess around with my orbit. You guys don't really need to see me constantly fiddling around with my orbital angle and all that, so I will bring you back in hopefully just a few minutes here when I am around Minmus. Hopefully. We'll see. Yeah, see you in a sec. Okay, and here we are, around Minmus, in a very, very wonky orbit. If you'll remember from a few seconds ago, for you guys, I was at basically a 90-degree angle and was just messing around and saw that if I just burned straight that way, I would intercept with Minmus. Well, I did that, even though it was a 500,000 meter periapsis around the place from that intersect. It worked. And then once I got up to the periapsis around Minmus, I circularized my orbit and dropped it down to between, I think, like 58 and 66 kilometers up above Minmus. And here we sit. Just gleefully here. Hensby looks very, very worried. I don't blame him, let's see, which direction is Kerbin? Ah, there it is. There's Kerbin. Or Kerbin. There's the moon. Tiny little specks out there. And yeah, we are here. Oh man, that's a little bit worrying. But we made it, and with a surprisingly large amount of fuel. I was very, very shocked by how much fuel I had left when I got here. As you see, we're in a decent orbit here. Very, very slowly going around the planet. We're actually only moving at 116 meters per second in orbit around the planet here, which is quite slow compared to some of the orbital speeds we've seen around Kerbin and even the moon. So yeah, I'm quite excited to be out here, and honestly, I could just end the mission here and be happy. Just like Rodwig. Wow, look at that glee on his face there. He looks so happy, which I think he actually has a view of the planet. Let's look at his view. Oh yeah, there's Minmus right there. You got a good seat here, man. Very good seat indeed. But even though, as I said, I could easily end the mission and be happy, we have this probe to try and land. Oh god, I'm worried about this, but let's do it. Let's decouple. Go to control it. There we go. Control from here. And how is its power? It only has... Actually, it has a good deal of power, so I don't think I need to extend the solar panels here. But for fun, I'm gonna extend the antennae. I completely forgot to give them an action group, so I've got to go one by one. There we go. Now we can stay in constant communication with the antennae on the station here. And let's test the landing legs, make sure they weren't damaged in the mission. Excellent. Very good. I am pleased. And let's just kind of float away from the ship a little bit. And there we go. Lock ourselves in on the retrograde point. And I kind of want to give it a little bit of gas from here, but I don't know. I don't think at this distance with that tiny engine it'll do any damage. But, ooh, actually need to activate it. There we go, just a small little bit of thrust to move us away. Nice. Let's get a little bit better on that retrograde point. And yeah, it's kind of a high orbit we have, so I probably should have done this a bit lower. But oh well, let's see if we can burn down from here. Yes, we can. Wow, look at that come down. This shouldn't be a problem. Oh, that's good. Bye, guys. See you later. Alright, what's this looking like here? Wow, this thing really just sips down fuel, and with how easy it is to deorbit around Minmus, this should not be an issue at all with this lander. Though I am still worried about actually landing on the surface with this tiny engine, as even though this is providing good enough thrust to deorbit us, I don't know how well it's actually going to work as a landing engine. Hey, we'll find out. Let's just keep on burning until we get a fairly horizontal drop. That's what I like to do. I know there's more efficient ways of burning to, like, while we're here, and then once we're lower, burn it retrograde to sort of make it more horizontal then, but I'm not a very good pilot, so I like to do it from here to do as much far away from crashing to the ground as possible. Now, ooh, I need to get my landing info on here. There we go. Ooh, we're almost to the point I want to be at. And let's cut the engine there. Excellent. Now we should be dropping like a rock. And we have our landing info now. Though, wow, we are dropping very slowly, though we are gaining speed. But yeah, we're going to have to time accelerate here. Picking up a fair bit of speed here. Ooh, my focus is on Minmus. I want my focus to be on the probe. Alright, let's see what it looks like from out here. Okay, try and find my retrograde point. I would like to be facing at that. Ah, that's where I like to see it. Ah, yes. That's when you know you're pretty much falling straight down, when your retrograde point is just right up in the sky. Or at least, you know, the false horizon sky. Oh yeah, let's burn, or not burn, but time accelerate a bit more. Now, I am actually gonna, 41 kilometers up. We've gained a fair bit of vertical speed. Horizontal speed hasn't really been affected. Let's start giving ourselves some thrust to hopefully bleed off that speed before we crash into the ground. That would be a good thing. Oh, this is going to be a long landing, I think. Oh man, this is... Oof. I actually think this is more stressful than the landing I did with Jebediah on the moon. Because at least I've landed on the moon before. Like I said, when I used to play, when all that there was to go explore was the moon. But I've never been to Minmus. I have no idea what it's like landing on this place. So it could be easier, I don't know. Though right now, this engine does not seem to be dropping much speed for us here. Ah, that's what I was worried about with this engine. Now, I'm starting to bleed off more. I guess it just wasn't really giving it enough thrust. Eek. Oh man, I'm 10 kilometers from crashing. 3, 2... Okay. We're losing a fair bit of speed here. That's good. Ooh, man, this is nerve-wracking. I'm not really doing anything. I'm just watching numbers going up and down, and it's worrying me greatly. Even though we're still quite a ways away, let's drop the landing struts or legs. I guess they're landing legs. Micro landing strut. Hey, I was right the first time. Nice. Oh, geez, that's not good. The suicide burn countdown went back up. Oh, God, I'm gonna crash this probe. Come on. 4.5 kilometers. Get that speed down. Yeah, perhaps this engine was not the best idea I've ever had. But, even if we do crash, it'll be a wonderful learning experience. Now, I know there's not really any chance of drag or anything being created by these, but I don't like my electrical charge going down, even though I have more than enough electrical charge to get us all the way down to the moon. Still, I like making sure that we have more than enough energy. Oh no! There's our beautiful Kerbin. It's a Kerbin set. It's actually rather quite nice. Okay, let's see. We are dropping speed. We are... Oh, man, 1.5 kilometers. We still have a lot of vertical speed to bleed off before we can actually land here. I don't want the orbital speed. I want surface speed. Oh, man, oh, man. Oh, screen was flashing there. I don't know what that was, but I don't like it. Okay. Oh, man. Alright. We are at 12 meters per second. We might actually make this. Maybe. I'm hoping. Oh, man. I may actually start gaining speed here in a moment. Let's lower it down. Oh, no. No, we're dropping faster now. Okay. 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 Oh, nope. Now we're going up. Okay, let's... Yeah, just a little bit of burn. Let's bring it to, like, right here. Oh, come on. Come on. I'm pretty much hovering at this point, which isn't good. It's just prolonging my suffering right now. Alright, let's... I know this is a bad idea, but let's drop it back down a bit. We still got 700 meters to go, and yeah, I don't want it to take a huge amount of time, which is probably going to be the doom of this probe, me deciding that we need to go faster. Oh, jeez. Okay, okay, let's bring up the engine a bit more there. Okay, come on, come on, come on. We're staying pretty stable at that right now. I like that. We can bleed off that speed before we hit the ground. At least I think we can. We'll find out. Okay, we are at 300, 200. Let's give it a little more throttle. This thing really does sip fuel, man. Look at that. Okay, a little bit more throttle. There we go. Alright, come on, come on. Come on. This is actually going much better than I thought it would. Alright, let's drop it down a little bit. I don't want to start flying upwards again. That would be bad. Yeah, we're basically hovering right now. Let's bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. I don't want to start going back up. That would be very, very bad for me. Okay, okay, come on. A little bit more. Little bit more. Oh, jeez, come on. Come on, slow. Oh, I don't like our ground speed. That's very, very bad. We may tip. Oh my god, no, don't, no! Oh god, okay. Well, we landed. Oh man. That was disappointing. We had way too much ground speed. That was our problem. Our horizontal speed was far too much. But you know what? It's intact. I'm counting this as a win. I've never landed a robotic probe on anything... well, actually, ever. We haven't even landed a robotic probe on the moon yet. So I'm counting this as a success. It did not blow up. And I've also never used this tiny little engine before. And with this angle, it's still gonna have sunlight to produce power. So it can still do its scientific tasks. Oh, man, that's somewhat disappointing. But as I said, I'm still counting it. Oh, let's just bring the legs in. Oh, man, that is very disappointing. But, oh well. As I said, it is intact. It has a solar panel that survives, so it can still serve its purpose. It was supposed to be a stationary scientific instrument anyways, so it can still do that. It's just, you know, on its side. Oh, works for me. Alright, let's Let's go out here and go back to this. Can I... Nope. You know, sometimes it seems to let you switch to another craft, and sometimes it doesn't out here. Well, let's go back to the Space Center. And go to our friends orbiting above. And yeah. We're gonna end the episode here. I just wanted to come back to see these guys. Rodwig is still laughing it up in there in his little orbital station around Minmus. Hensby, he doesn't look so good. But hey man, you signed up for this. So, yes, I do hope you all have enjoyed this episode as much as Rodwig has. He's very pleased. Oh, hello, Hensby. Thanks for waving to the audience. And hey, he's doing a little dance now, too. See, it's not that bad up here, Hensby. It's not that bad at all. Yes, and of course, I do hope you all come back for the next episode. And have a good one.